BC Racing have invited me to apparently the best and busiest modified show in the country to see the best modified cars in the world. So we're going to walk around and show you what has turned up, such as the front mount battery equipped E46 with the cleanest engine bay I've seen in one of these. Max Power style interior, again whiter than white. You couldn't wear blue jeans, you couldn't wear shoes, you have to put socks on, nice and fluffy ones. And even the pedals are colour coded, matched to the body colour. And if you've got more than one mate, you can't, because you've got the sound system in the back. Truly Max Power style. So that's just a sample. Let's see what else we can see in this vast hall. The legality of the hot rod with its front mounted number plate. I don't think in any conditions would that be visible. I can't even 206 UXS. There you go. We are bringing Niels back already and showcasing why they are so substantial on a car. Look at the audience they're gathering. Again, full custom interior. Air canisters in the back in replacement for any mates, and then the two front seats, they're all custom made as well. That is the fluffiest thing I've seen inside a car today, but I'm sure we'll see more. It's an Automatic RX-8. Apparently also RX-8s were only in the first year, 2003, and only imported ones can you get automatic. This has only done like 23,000 miles, considering it's a 2003 car. That's pretty good going. And from that we go to a road legal go-kart parked in the lineup. Literally, look, you've got a headlight. Number plates can go on the front. I guess you've got indicators and stuff on the wheel that move when you move the wheel, and then a number plate on the back. That's all you need. A plate check comes out as a go-kart DF 500 GK quad bike. We have a B46 GED transporter. The Perfamento style exhaust on this R8 are not the most notable thing about it. The most notable thing is they've tried to replicate the Del Boy Reliant Robin. I mean, it's yellow, it's got the graphics, but it's got four wheels, carbon bonnet, a lot more performance. Nothing like a Reliant Robin, but they've done it. But it's just by probably one of my favourite Mark V Supras. Love the ducktail on the back of it. You've got the carbon fibre part on the bonnet, wide arches too. I love the way the rear end flows into that rear spoiler. Carbon fibre again on the rear diffuser of that. And then we have quite the spectacle with the M3 swapped E36 Touring, another E36 Touring, and a Saxo on the front of a bedded transporter van. It's the cleanest cab ever as well, especially if it's come from the Netherlands. It's low as well. And then BC Racing, the chaps who invited me along, have got their V8 powered R33 race car. And then an apparent crowd favourite so far, this tiny little K van with its metallic bucket seats inside and powered by a bike engine. And rather than just taking the engine out, they've kept the bike, attached it to the rear and giving it a custom exhaust to go out under the bottom through the rear, like Buzazuku style. Apparently we've got Mr. Matt Armstrong here somewhere. We're going to find him later, see what he thinks of the show, see what cars he's brought. It's quite appropriate because today's video is also sponsored by Car Vertical, and as you know, they've helped him out purchase his car, and I've got to tell you why they are so essential for when you buy a car, or if you've got a car that you already own and you want to check, because they do a history report from hundreds of countries to make sure you have peace of mind that you're buying a good car. Let me show you. This smashing example is a Lotus Elan with a good odometer, good financial status, but if you look at photos, it's been written off. Imagine you're buying a car, it's been repaired, you had no idea, you do a Car Vertical check by using its VIN or its number plate, and you find out all of this information about the car. At least it's not been stolen, the mileage all looks linear, and you can even see when the license plate's been changed. But none of that matters when it's been marked as a damaged vehicle. And using my discount code of ADAMC, you can get 20% off your Car Vertical report, so you can save money and hopefully save yourself from buying a money pit, because that is their USP. So check out Car Vertical, links in the video's description, and get 20% off your report. Right, we're keeping on the same kind of theme. This is a Jaguar S-Type R with a Sierra P100 body on it. So the P100 Sierra is their ute pickup style, and they've just slammed it on it. You can see the Jaguar interior as well, and a bit of me. And behind we have a V8 powered front-engined classic Mini E36 ute behind it. Look, we're starting a beautiful lineup. Opposite you've got the flat-nosed Porsche 996 wide body, Recaro bucket seats inside, and that wild spoiler on the back as well. And probably one of the most interesting C6 Corvettes. Yes, it's a wide body C6 Vet with a ducktail spoiler. Take a look at the little wing mirrors. They are jagged. We have automatic power, some fake carbon fibre inside, and then quite the sizable engine up front. So you've got the big Holley EFI system atop that LS V8 powered Corvette C6, and then a boosted K-swapped S15. So basically an S2000 engine in the Millennium Jade Nissan S15 Silvia, huge turbo, and a custom exhaust system on the rear. That's a new flex, isn't it? The wheel is off so you can see how the rain corrodes the discs. We have some responsible adults here. The STIs are low in the car park. You've probably noticed by now I'm now outside. There is an outdoor section. It was pouring with rain on the way here. We had to walk through the car park in the rain. There were many vehicles to look at when we did so, but now this is still part of the show. And free hats! Oh, can I have one of those? I mean the hat, by the way. The free hats distracted me from the pink fades to grey. But I've come back inside for valid reasons, because the pops and bangs. That's what it is, yeah. I want to film the content over there. So busy here, so many people, even celebrity appearances. Well, he's got the need for speed. Look at the arches, the width of that. It's like a block of cheese. Here's something a little bit different. We've got the blue 350Z. That's not what I'm on about. Oh, down here, this, I believe, is or was a Ford Sierra. So you've got the Ford badge up front. It's a Spartan kit car, but they use Sierra parts and chassis and engines to create what looks like a 1930s classic. This is cool, or awesome, as it exclaims the Beetle RSI. The rear hatch is open. Obviously, these are not rear engines like the classic ones, but they are stripped out. Proper race car, that. And we get to another transporter with a luminous interior matching one of the wheel spokes, the strip along the front. Look, you've got the brown spokes and then the luminous one, and they've cut up the rear of it for the matching jet ski, of course. I'd say that's the most unique car of the show. Somehow, someone has parked a dirty Discovery within the show. When you compare it to some of the builds here, it's hard to see how, especially parked next to the RX-7 and in front of a slammed Porsche 911. And if you're over the height of, say, 6 foot, you are not seeing out of that windscreen with the sun strip. That's like triple the size it should be. For your information, this has a Pandem body kit, and if you hadn't noticed that, they've managed to either project or, no, it's got LEDs in the seats that say Pandem and flash at you. It's got the Aventador style rear lights as well. I'm surprised they don't flash Lamborghini somewhere. There are some stunning pearlescent colours here today. There's the pink on the E46, and then the metallic sparkly purple and blue on this 911 GT3. What are you doing in those boxes? He's stealing! Adam! He's stealing! Have you just bought some stuff?
These may or may not be the wheels for the Jaguar Revenge that have been custom made for the Jag.
Very, and there's a spoiler. This is a bit of a showstopper though, the Opel Calibra with the classic touring car livery. And another Pandem car, the R32, featuring a miniature model of itself on its roof in purple interior. And next up, a pretty slammed S2000, a lot of camber. I'm sure we can beat that. We're going to try and find the car with the most camber today. We can do better, although they have done pretty well with the tuck here. And the bucket seats, look at that. And maybe along with camber, we can look out for maybe the widest arches of the day. This little Fiesta's definitely a candidate. We found a purple section, purple S15 next to the Fiesta. Darker purple on the S14, the Transit Connect, again matches that. I remember this van from previous shows. This is Declan's car. It's here on display in memory of Declan. I met him at the Isle of Wight takeover. This was the van he had travelled in, and now is displayed at Gravity. And is conveniently parked just down from another purple creation, the twin-turbo Huracan, which is conveniently parked next to a twin-turbo Huracan. And another green machine, the RWB Porsche 997. I'm thinking widest arches of the day so far. Must be. The interior is wild. Manual as well. There's me. A very recognisable rear end with the tallest of spoilers of the day. Got those exhausts down in the centre, kind of pointing outwards a bit. Oh, check out the eyelids on the Abarth. Three-dimensional. And a Corolla next door to a Golf with, are they rear exit or side exit exhausts? There's a bit of discolouring there from the fumes. And here, by the way, is my setup for the day. I'm just filming on my phone with a bit of a microphone, and this is a Polo. Even the rear lights look like they've been chromed. Unusually, the wheels aren't chrome, but is that like, what's it called when you have the cut? Diamond cut wheels? Must be something like that. That's shinier than my life. We can do similar things with this Golf. Looks kind of grey, bit of white, oh, a bit of blue, bit of patterns in the bonnet. I have found a queue. What could we be queuing for? So you've got the Road to Success podcast and the hugest of lines. Ah, right. That's the clue. So this is the effect that the Matt Armstrong YouTube videos have to the largest modified show in the country. We got the Rolls Royce on display with the Ruby Stone GT3, and then some of the cast members from the video. Matt Jones is talking to fans and all the merch being sold. It is incredible, the crowd that is gathered to see the cars, to see the crew. I can't get through the crowd because of how many there are, just to get a glimpse. Matt, you've caused a scene. What's going on? Have you seen the queue? It goes back all the way. This is backstage of the chaos. They said as soon as Matt got here, merchandise sales just shot through the roof. They're running out of stock. Oh no, they're not running out of stock, there's loads. Tons. Look, this is it. This is backstage. You've got small, medium, large, everything. Anyway, I feel like I'm gate crashing a little bit here. Let me show you another view. So that is the Matt Armstrong stand. This is the queue. And as I'm sure you've gathered, it goes all the way down to the end. So instead we're going to find probably the most cambered car of the day. Have we found it already? I need to get my angle meter, spirit level out to try and measure what that's doing, or maybe a protractor. And another wounded car as well for the tuck, for the scene, for the gram. I mean, when you compare it to the R32, I mean, that's got a little bit of camber, but it looks almost the wrong way round when you compare. Is that a bit of spit and polish? Oh, a bit of huck tour. That's not fair. And from camber we go to more width on the RX-8, and then a V8 Audi R8. Looks fairly standard from this view. Yes, you've got the wheels, and no, you don't have a rear bumper. So you often see this look on the V10 R8s and the Huracans. I think this is the first V8 one that I have seen like this. We've walked a little bit further down to the MX-5. We're still not at the back of the queue. Honestly, it goes to the end of the warehouse and then probably beyond, but we found some 993s. Pretty sure that the widest arch award's going to go to one of the 911s of the show. And the wheel's width must be astronomical to fill that. It's so busy around these cars because the main walkway is just taken up by the queues to meet Matt and buy merch, but I think it goes around. Oh wow, I thought it'd fizzle out as it gets to the end, but no, it goes all the way down there as well. That's outrageous. And anyway, we're here to see cars. There's a Seat with a spare wheel lit up with green light. Maybe it's a flex that he's bought a spare wheel of the same set, so he bought 5 instead of 4. Apparently Matt's only meant to be here from 11 till 2. It's 20 to 2. He's going to be here a little bit longer than that. Oh, we found another crowd, but this time it's around an Aston Martin Valkyrie Spider. You can tell it's a Spider because look, that is the roof. So that's the top panel, there parts of the doors, thus revealing the blue carbon fiber sills. You actually have to lower yourself in there, hoist yourself down. You must be very friendly with your passenger if you're going to have one. And that is your view from inside the Valkyrie Spider. You can't see much of the wings at the front. This one finished in satin purple from Podium Place. Well done, Mark McCann. You've bought another rock box, very similar to Mark's number plate. And this is not Mark McCann's car, I'll be honest, but it is in the show at Gravity. Amongst all these impeccably clean cars, we have another Mazda RX-8 on display. There are some pretty cool transporters here. You've got the UPS van, probably with the best plate you could go, Transporter T4 UPS. And a modified Adam on Porsche split rims. And an insane pair of Mazda RX-7s. This looks like a Lamborghini orange. And then neighbouring it, we have the wide-arched matte grey RX-7 as well. This one is a Rocket Bunny kit, or at least Rocket Bunny style. Both still have their pop-ups, not being deleted. And my new mate over here is on the side of a 350Z. You got purple interior, bit of a skull there. Don't know what this dangly thing is for clinging on to dear life for all those horsepowers that this car doesn't have. And this Supra is so low that you can almost not see the underglow underneath it. But what you can see is the turbo. There's no mesh in front of that, so you've got to be careful driving it on the roads. Maybe it isn't driven on the roads, but I love the Jack Daniels bottle. I wish I'd brought my tape measure with me. We could have measured the arches on these RWB Porsche 911s. Look, another contender. And it's not just 911s with widths, we've got Caymans as well. It's all carbon fiber, but it blends into the black body paint and then back down to the carbon fiber exposed on the rear bumper. You could also say it blends into the carbon fiber dishes of the wheels as well. There's a movement of the queue. Matt is trying to get through the crowd. Look, they're filming little bits for their video. They've actually got security guards. They're doing their best to get everyone's selfie. This is chaos. I mean, it's just after 2. He did say he's on in stand until 2 o'clock and he's kept to his word, but he's decided to walk all the way down the audience, create the most chaos he can, all the hustling and bustling. Yeah, there sure is a theme to this video. Let's get the shot. Let's see how much it protrudes out. This one's all blended in with the bodywork. It's oh my! More bucket seats there on display. Question about wheels. Well, it's a 0-spoke wheel because there's no holes. I was going to call these spokes, but no, it's like one of those classic Baby Moon style hubs, but these are massive as well. What are we doing here? 24-inch, big stuff. Oh yes, the current in colour, Ruby Stone or Ruby Star Red. He's got a light strip on the spoiler. I think I've seen 3 cars in this colour today already. But we are reaching the main section. I'm going to have to play some awful copyright-free music over the top of this section because they've got some awful non-copyright-free music playing on the stage. Now, I'm not looking at this Porsche necessarily for the width of its arches, but I love the body. I think that's a Tech Art style front bumper on this. It says Turismo GT Supercharged. So we've got a supercharged Porsche 911 with 991 style rear lights. But I've got to get over to the Liberty Walk section. Look at what we have on show. The FT Mazda RX-7 in a livery similar to that of the Kramer 935. What a lineup there with the F430 next door and the GTR at the end and the Advan livery. Here we go, the gravity stand. We'll see these in a bit. First of all, Simon's new wrap on the Astra VXR and this Ford Crown Victoria. That's at least what it says. There's a little green gremlin down there and around the back, someone's nan giving the finger on both sides, although that's the wrong, that. They've killed Kermit. Oh no. And this is a car I wanted to show you for ages. Look at the handwork. This has all been custom made, hand painted all over the S2000. And now we come to Gravity's own Volkswagen Golf GTI. Again, widest arches of the day, perhaps, maybe not quite as much as the 911s we're seeing. And then the UK's only silhouette Liberty Walk Lamborghini Huracan, revealed recently at Goodwood and now on display front and centre with Michael Schumacher's F1 car, why not? An assassin pink Supra. Is it safe to put my head under it? Are you sure? Could this be this could be the demise of me? That is impressive. I mean, it's but it's impressive. We've moved further away to the Zach's garage stand. We have their split window C2 Corvettes. He's brought along a Singer 911 with their old Koenigsegg Regera. And we're going to save best till last. P1 GTR, such a lovely car that. Lamborghini Countach, seen that many times before. And then, for some reason without the doors up, the Lamborghini Revington. An absolute showstopper, inspired by fighter jets. This was the bridge gap between the Murcielago and the Aventador. It's the Murcielago underneath, but with the styling that inspired the Aventador. You can kind of see limited run car, 20 hardtops and 20 roadsters. And just next door, a Volkswagen Passat. And I'm back outside, not only because the sun shines out, but because we found the Max Power section, liquid yellow Peugeot 206 with like a forged carbon effect. There's sparkly and glittery Corsa B with yellow tan interior. They've got rid of any kind of speedo and rev count with the Batman steering wheel. And just down from the Renault 5, another Corsa B. This is the maddest one of the lineup, finished in peach, and there's a lot of peach engine bay as well. We've got the wide arches, the chrome wheels, of course, down to the side skirts, much like an American hot rod, and even more like your American hot rod, a bench seat. inside. Another completely custom dashboard and seemingly rear light deletes. I don't know if these are vajazzles or LED, probably LEDs, but look, there's no lights on the boot lid either. Custom sound system, of course, taking place of the rear seats. Just a mixture of Renault 5s and Corsa Bs. This Corsa B in particular has got screens in the rear lights because that's what's required. You've got infinity lights down here as well. Big spaces to fill those wide arches. You got like the rhubarb and custard or cherry and cream colour scheme. And 2 cans of Budweiser for the gauges. Look, you've got boost gauge. And of course, powered by Saab, makes sense. We're going to go pay for the extortionate parking. I did a video about the NEC's parking rates last year when I came here, and it works out to be like £130 a day with fuel, tickets, everything. There's a link down below somewhere, but for now, thanks for watching.